Hey there, welcome back to another GR8 podcast episode. We are back with another NFL Weekly. This is week 5, October 4th through the 10th. We're just going to go through all the games that happened this week. Going to talk about them. There's a couple, I think week 5 is the start of a couple of buys, so we're not going to have the same amount of games to go through, but we're still going to go through them. Starting off with the Bears and Commanders. Bears with the dominant win over the Commanders. I thought the Commanders were going to win because the Bears are they even a NFL team? I'm actually surprised that the Commanders lost, but the Bears looked good somehow. Justin Fields looks good. Ravens and Steelers, obviously Ravens are my team, and that means I hate the Steelers because we are longtime rivals, and I have no idea how we lost this game. Well, actually, I have a lot of ideas because we do not get anything going on offense. We have all of our wide receivers dropping passes. Lamar Jackson continues to be a great standout player, but when he throws this ball, because everybody says he needs to throw more, when he throws the ball, no one took into account the other side of that ball where the wide receiver has to catch the ball. So I don't really understand why our wide receivers are just dropping passes. Other than that, our just offense is just stagnant. As simple as that. Our defense is okay, and the Steelers have an okay defense as well, especially with TJ Watt. But I'm very skeptical. We came into this game 3-1, and if we win on this game up 4-1, I think we'd have a lot of good chances within the next couple of weeks. But now we're 3-2, not looking good for the Baltimore Ravens. We're just going to be another wild card team and get bounced in the first round of the playoffs, unfortunately. Jaguars and Bills. Honestly, if the Jaguars just played in London every week, they'll just be 20-0. Trevor Lawrence, the prince that was promised, beating up on Josh Allen. Even Josh Allen had a tremendous game last week and then just come back with a not as stellar performance this week. Titans and Colts, who cares? Patriots and Saints. The Saints absolutely beat up on the Patriots. What is going on with Mac Jones? What is going on with Bill Belichick? This is the third week in a row where I'm going to have to sit down, look you guys right in the face and say, we need to have a real discussion about Bill Belichick. Texans and Falcons, who watched that game. Panthers and Lions. Lions are a good team. What is going on with the Lions? They're 4-1. That's where the Ravens should be. The Lions are 4-1. And obviously the Carolina Panthers are 0-5. What's going on there? Bryce Young just does not look ready. He does not look like an NFL quarterback. He looks like he was just plopped on that field and given a football and said, okay, throw it. I'm really very skeptical about Bryce Young. Is Caleb Williams going to go to the Carolina Panthers? That would be pretty interesting. But no, Jared Goff looks like a great quarterback in the Detroit Lions. And then we got the Giants and the Dolphins. The Dolphins absolutely beat up on the Giants. Nothing more to say there. I guess Brian Dable and Daniel Jones just do not look like they are an NFL team. The Bengals and Cardinals, actually, the Bengals decided to remember how to play football, so it's great to see that they're beating the 1-4 Cardinals. The Bengals are now 2-3. The last several years, Bengals, like I said, going off with a slow start, and I just don't think that Joe Burrow, I don't understand. He's hurt, right? But he just signed this $1 million contract, tons of millions of dollars. He's one of the bigger contracts in NFL history. And he's also playing on like a calf strain or calf issue. I think honestly that he feels obligated to play. I don't know who's still throwing him out on that field and say, okay, throw that ball. But his movement in the pocket has severely decreased way more than it already was. He was not already a mobile quarterback, and then his offensive line just does not help him. And I don't know what the sacks are this season, but I don't know. I feel like Joe Burrow he feels obligated to play because he signed this massive contract, and he wants the Bengals to do well because they've gone, or at least close to, the Super Bowl last several years, and this could be another year of that chance to play super well and go deep in the playoffs. And then they're ended up 2-3. Obviously, they beat the Cardinals, and I think Joe Burrow just feels obligated to play. Eagles and Rams. Eagles just look like the greatest team of all time other than the San Francisco 49ers. Great play by Jalen Hurts. Great play by the Philadelphia Eagles. Very interesting to see the Rams lose again. Jets, Broncos and Jets. This is just the battle of mid. The New York Jets, they are a bad team. Let's get that straight. Zach Wilson is not the greatest quarterback of all time, but between last week and this week, they don't seem like they're the worst team of all time. Even though they lost last week, Zach Wilson still played well, and then this week they're coming off that good Zach Wilson performance, and then they beat up on the Broncos. Obviously, anybody can beat up on the Broncos. However, I think it's a pretty good sign that the Jets are growing as a team. Chiefs and Vikings, 27-20, go Chiefs. Cowboys and 49ers. This was so interesting to watch. Brock Purdy is just an excellent quarterback, and I think that his story absolutely diminishes the idea of draft picks. I think that anybody going into the NFL, you are a good player. You are a good football player, no matter what round you are taken in. I don't care if you're the first overall pick or the last overall pick like Brock Purdy was. I think it's really awesome to see him play super well, especially against a good Cowboys defense. It's super interesting to see this sort of thing. Christian McCaffrey probably going to go for an MVP, maybe. George Kittle with a couple touchdowns. Great for him in his career. Go 49ers. And then the Packers and Raiders. Who's watching this game? This was a Monday night primetime game. Why are they giving it to the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders? Jordan Love versus Jimmy Garoppolo. Who cares about this game? Why don't put, I don't know, the Chiefs and Dolphins? Why don't put, I don't know, the Bengals and the Jaguars or something, or the Jaguars and Bills? What's going on? Why couldn't the Denver Broncos be sent to London and then Jaguars be playing this? I don't know. The NFL schedule is kind of odd because just random teams seem like they're playing each other and they don't know what games to market because they're marketing for week 6 Broncos and Chiefs. Okay. What do you want us to say, buddy? What do you want us to say? That no one's going to tune into that game. But I appreciate you guys listening, watching, having fun with me talking about the NFL. This is NFL Weekly 5. Really fun. And I don't know if you guys saw my YouTube update, and I'll just give you a little spiel on that. You can go watch it. It's about a 2-minute video. But what I am doing now is every Friday at 12 p.m., I'm putting out a new YouTube video. Okay, no matter what it is, no matter what time it is, no matter what I'm doing that week, I am putting out a new YouTube video on Fridays. As simple as that. And then on Wednesdays, which is a little bit, this is kind of a more lower level more of importance, but every Wednesday at 12, I'm putting out a new podcast episode. Whether that be an NFL Weekly, whether that be a Nate's Rants, whether that be a Nate's Take or something along those lines. I haven't done a Nate's Take in a while, but that's kind of where we're at right now. Now, if I feel kind of spicy, I might upload another podcast episode throughout the week other than Wednesday. But for sure, there's always going to be a podcast episode going up on Wednesday afternoon or noon on Wednesdays and noon on Fridays. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, having fun with me, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video or podcast episode.